Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today we're going to be doing another episode of colour themed solar system. So today we're going to be doing the white system remastered. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So here is the original white system, which I did a long time ago now. At this point, I don't even, maybe around a year ago at this point, and when modded objects were still not a thing apparently yet when this was made. As we can see, if we get a line up here, there were no modded objects in here whatsoever. We have the regular white gas giant, but you could get that by spawning it in randomly, so it wasn't actually a modded object. But then we also had a enormous Tethys here by the looks of it, with some clouds, a smaller version of the white gas giant. We had a red object in here for some reason, with a white surface. Then we had another one. We had a white star here. Then just a bunch of regular frozen ice worlds. So yeah, there's not really too much variety in this original system, so we're going to go ahead and give it a nice update today. So let's go out of here, and I already have idea of what I want to do for this, so we're just going to go ahead and delete everything, just get rid of all the stuff in here. Okay, so we should have 0 objects. Oh, no, we've got 2 objects there. Where are they? Oh, apparently there's nothing in here. Right, so I'm going to start off with we've got a white dwarf here, and I want to actually have that in a binary with a bigger white star. So if we go down here, I'm going to use Denebola here. We can go ahead and place that in the middle here. So that's obviously a little more blue than it looks in the image. So we'll go ahead and remove that. I want a white star, so I want it around 7,000 degrees. Algal, no, that's still too... okay, we'll just modify it a bit, why not? And I will go back to the previous star. So let's go ahead and grab the Denebola here. So there it is. And then we're going to go ahead and just modify its temperature down to 7,000. There we go, so it changes its colour. Right, now what we want to do is we want to grab the white dwarf. So let's just search up white again. I want to have that in a little binary with the main star here. So we're going to put it fairly far away. Put it about, I don't know, 8 AU. I think that's appropriate. There we go. Right, so that should all be in there now. So we've got on orbits. Right, they are in a binary. So we've got Denebola, 1.78 suns. And this one has 470 Jupiters. So that equates to 0.4 Jupiters, or suns, sorry. So yeah, there we are. Now we can just get straight into the object. So I haven't got the most white templates in the world, but we do have 2 variations of the white object. So that is good. And I'm pretty sure I've also got some other objects in here which are also not named. So I can also go ahead and find those in here as well. Yeah, we've definitely got some more white ones in here. Which won't meet up with their names. So yeah, that one for example would be definitely going there later. So yeah, but we'll go ahead and start off with the regular objects first. Right, so let's start off with just the all white regular white atmosphere. So this is a modded object. Go ahead and place it there. So there we go. Let's go to it. Right, here it is. So yeah, just simply an all white modded atmosphere. Quite cool, honestly. When we first got a white atmosphere, that enabled us to get white clouds. So yeah, pretty cool one to have an all-white atmosphere actually, so you can get those nice clouds on it. So this one is going to skyrocket in temperature due to the star, as we can see. So let's just check the zone on it. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're in the middle of the red area, or even closer than the red area, so it should be interesting to have it around here. Right, so let's go ahead and zoom in. Speed up time as well. There we go. So there we go. We can see the white clouds are appearing, but they're going to disappear very quick because it's going to go hotter than that. We're also going to give it a save while that's doing that. So we'll just call it Remastered. Like so. There we go. Put a capital there. Right, so we'll go ahead and save that as a new sim. Right, there we go. So, 1,000 degrees. I guess we don't really need to do anything else. It's already pretty much just set in stone. All it is. We'll make it a little smaller. We'll go with that 2,451. So, similar, sort of mercury-sized, pretty much there. We'll increase the albedo a bit because it's a little unfair to have it on 0. So, we'll have it around 0.44. Won't be anything too crazy there. Atmosphere will lower down to 0.2 ATM. We don't want anything ridiculous there. So that will probably pull it back into the 600. Maybe we will have the clouds on it, actually. That'd be quite cool, actually. Get the nice white clouds on it. So it'll top out around the 590s by the looks of it there. Doesn't look like it's going to get much colder. The white clouds should reappear, as we can see there. So that is looking good. So yeah, very, very hot world there. Definitely inhospitable, though. Way too hot. So there we go. Right, now, moving on. We're going to go with the all-white versions. This is the Venus variant now. So we're going to go ahead and place that a lot further out. We're going to have quite a distance there. Right, so here we go. Here it is. And yeah, it's just an all-white object, as we can see here. So, yeah, atmosphere thickness set to max, and yeah, that is what you get with the white one. So pretty interesting, honestly, the way it is there. And now this one we are going to have as the absolute hottest. We're going to put it to about 10 ATM, and I'm sure that temperature will boost up pretty quickly, even if we have the albedo there. So set it to 1,000 degrees. Okay, so it's getting colder, so you want to get it exactly right. So 50 ATM, still getting too cold there. Okay, let's boost it up to 80 ATM. That's almost Venus atmosphere there. We'll lower the albedo a bit, so that should give it a little boost. There we go. So I want the surface to be slightly visible, but not overdose. So let's see here. If we speed up time, let's see how it appears. Okay, still the atmosphere's still there. I'm going to increase the albedo just a tad more to get the atmosphere a little thicker. There we go. Right, looking good. So there we are. That is our Venus sort of equivalent in here. So yeah, look, pretty simple. Still, almost. I mean, the object has to be white in color, so it has to meet the criteria here. So there's not really too much customization we need to do. But I am going to make this one a super Earth. I'm going to put it around. Yeah, I'm going to have to change the atmosphere again, actually. But yeah, I'm going to have it around 10,000 there. But yeah, this atmosphere we're just going to times by 2. Hopefully that will give it a slight boost. Maybe even hotter. Okay. Let's see here. I'll just lower the albedo a bit. Okay, 560, 574, around 600-ish. Keep it around there. I'll change the surface texture as well, just to get a different look to it. There we go. See, it was the same as the first object there. So you can see there's a few, like, crater. It's similar to sort of, like, what Venus would be, honestly. Not too many craters, a little rugged landscape, I guess. But yeah, there it is there. If you want to see the high elevation, it'll be all the darker areas there. So there it is. But yeah, it's all going to be, all going to meet the criteria there. So that is our second object in here. So there we go, right. I definitely want to try and fit something in between the first two there, but it looks like this one seems to be losing mass, so we've got to be careful there. So what does it contain? No water or anything, okay. 7 moons, it should be fine. I think is it losing mass? Yeah, it's definitely losing mass. Okay, we'll be a little more fair to it. We'll double its orbital period like that. Hopefully that will make it a little more comfortable to survive. So we'll just have to see what temperature it tops out at, but those white clouds are looking very good right there. So there we go. Because, yeah, it won't get much colder. It should stay in the 300-400 area. So there we go. But, yeah, I definitely think there's room for another object in here. So what could we include? I'm going to go away from the templates here. I'm going to try and find something. If I just search... Okay, so these are the crazy cloud objects here. Now, yeah, here it is. Wind God. So, yeah, I just gave them all pretty... I just gave them the names based on their colour, really. But, yeah, this one is the white variant of crazy clouds. So we're going to go ahead and place it there. So, yeah, there we go. Right. So, there it is. So, it's just a crazy cloud object, but with white clouds this time around. So, we've got... Oh, look at that. Oh, it's looking so good. The water underneath definitely won't be surviving. So, yeah, I'm sure that will burn off very quickly. But, yeah, this is not going to be a hackable world once we click play. So, we're going to go slow down time, click play, remove all the water because we don't want none of that. Right, there we go. Right, so, yeah, now we just have to see what... Okay, 129. We're going to need to increase the temperature a little more for that atmosphere to reappear. So we'll double its atmosphere, and hopefully we'll get it into the 300s. About the low to or mid 200s is where you need to get your clouds back. So there we go, and that is actually looking really cool. Actually, got a bit of background lighting on it as well, just so you can see the back of it here. But that's the same as what it was when I last did it. I haven't altered the background in any way. But yeah, here it is here, and those clouds are looking really good, actually. What does it look like from the surface? Because I've never actually used this. I've always just had it saved from a template simulation, and I've never actually used it. But look at that white sky. That's pretty insane, actually. So a very, very cloudy white sky right there, but that's looking pretty fine, I have to say. Looking good. So there is Wind God right there. So that just should be chilling around 200 degrees, so a lot colder than the other two here. So this one's now at 415, and then the other one is in the 589. So a lot of difference there. I'm going to lower this one a bit more though, so I want the clouds to still be visible. Right, there we go. Right, so we've got a nice setup so far, and then we're also going to give it a little incline it just a tad. Right, looking good. So there we go, and then I think I'll do it with the white dwarf as well. Why not just make things a little more interesting? So we're going to have it down there. Right, cool. So there we are. Right, we've got all of our objects now. Right, I could try... no, we only need one crazy cloud object. We don't want to fill the place with them. So, right, there we go. Let's go back to the objects now. Right, let's go ahead and see what else I could use, actually. Because I was one that caught my eye, but I've lost sight of where it was. So there's one of the other ones. Let's see here. Could use that one, but it's got a little bit of blue on it, but it's very reflective. Actually, speaking of that, if I just search shiny... Here we go. So this is actually my custom iris. This is what it was based off. So I'm going to put it around the white dwarf, or I'm going to try and put it around the white dwarf. We may have to make the white dwarf a little further away, but how far can we have stuff orbiting this? Okay, can we have it about 1 AU away? Yeah, I'm going to boost the white dwarf a bit. We're going to put it up to 2. We're going to double that. Going to slightly decrease the incline. Okay, there we go. That's looking a little better. Also, reset the orbits, because they're looking a little funny right now. Where's the auto orbit option? It's on, yeah, it's tools. There we go. Auto orbit. There we go. So that's what I want. Right, now I'm going to go back to very shiny, and then we should have a lot. Yeah, we can have a lot more distance now. We can go up to about 5 AU there. So I'm going to have very shiny just sitting here for now. So about 4 AU away from the white dwarf. So as you can see, once we approach the object, you'll see why it's called very shiny. So here it is. So yeah, you can see very, very shiny indeed. It actually looks really cool with the background lighting it up as well. But yeah, it's basically just the water on it. If you remove the water, it just becomes a regular object. Yeah, or actually, not this time. Usually, maybe it's just the background on it. But cool. It's got some like weird. I actually don't know what that texture is behind it. Maybe like one of Mars's moons made larger or something. I'm not actually sure what texture that is. But I've had this object for such a long time now, and I've always had it frozen. It's always played the role of the custom iris. Yeah, there we go. That's actually quite large in size as well, but it's getting all of its light from the main star. So I'm assuming the white dwarf probably won't provide much light. We can see here, yeah, it's not really a bright object. We can put very shiny the other side though, but I doubt it's gonna get any light from the white dwarf anyway. So we just go ahead and place it here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all that light's coming from the main star, but as we can see, it's very, very shiny indeed. Imagine having that as your moon in the night sky. That if it was this shiny and reflective, you could probably light up the whole dark side of a planet. It depends on the size of the planet, but if it's very, very shiny and reflective there, could be quite a cool one. So yeah, for an object like this, you definitely need the albedo should be all the way at max, because it's if it looks reflective, it should reflect all light away as well. So that'll be a very cold object, so that'll probably go all the way down to like minus 270, somewhere around there. Right, so there we go. Right, looking good. Got a nice selection of objects for this color actually. So right, there we go. Now I want to see if I've got any banded gas giants which should work as a white one. Banded 43. Okay, what does this look like? I'll go ahead and place a few in. Let's see here. I think that's the only banded one that even looks right, actually. Okay, so what does this actually look like? It's got a bit of blue on it as well, but I think I'd still say white is the primary colour for this one. Or is it... I think it's a bit too blue, actually, unfortunately. Yeah, the blue is definitely the more dominating colour. It looks a little different in the image up here, but... Oh well, that's a shame, but we can't include it, sadly. Right, but yeah, speaking of gas giants, we can definitely include the white gas giant template. So yeah, ooh, and I have these glowing gas giants as well. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to be heading to them as well. Right, so gas giant white, the stock white one here. We're going to go ahead and be careful where we place this. So let's have it around here. Okay, so that doesn't get affected by the white dwarf. So we're going to place it there. Oh no, it does get affected by the white dwarf. All right, we can play that way as well. There we go. I want you to orbit the correct one. You can't orbit both of them. You have to orbit one. It's got orbits around both of them. What's going on here? What, is it in a binary with the white dwarf or something? What's going on there? That doesn't look right. So it's orbiting that, but that's weird. But I think... Oh no, the white dwarf is orbiting this. This only has 25 Earths. How are you orbiting that? That is very strange. Auto orbit. If I move it over here, stop orbiting. Flip back. It locks onto the right. That is very weird. Okay, we're gonna have to boost the white dwarf a little further out then. Okay, let's times it by 2 again. Okay, so that should give it a good boost. We'll have to relocate the shiny, but that's fine. We'll just drag it down, and it should be able to orbit the white dwarf. Doesn't really matter where it is because it's not hatable or anything. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Right, so now the gas giant white we should be able to have at a much further distance if we want. So let's go ahead and place it like there. There we are. And then actually I did like a bit of the eccentric stuff, so we're going to go ahead and give that a little boost again. I like the way that was looking. So that's a little too much. We'll go ahead and do it manually. Right, looking good. Right, cool. Then I will which option is I want to do it? Where's the option? That's not... No, that's not that one. No, I do want to make it bigger like that, and then I just want to decrease its orbit. There we go. So I have it just sitting on the edge of the blue area, but it does get a little further away out at some point as well. I'm going to incline it slightly. Right, so there we go. So here we are, the all-white gas giant. And yeah, that may have been a random spawn at one point, but it may well, this could actually be a modified variant because I think the random spawn did have like a slight blue tint on it. But oh well, there it is. Right, now going on to that shiny, yeah, glowing here, the glowing one. We're going to go ahead and place that around the star as well. We're going to place it there. So its orbit will actually swap around with this one. So at some points it's closer, other points it's a little further away, and then we'll give this one a slight eccentric boost as well. Times 10, don't want to do that too much. Okay, so there we go. It's just a slight change, and we're going to go ahead and lower that so it does swap in and out of the other one's orbit at some point. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, it got rid of it. No, I don't want to do that. Put it back. 0.2. There we go. And I just want to decrease this. I want to keep it eccentric. Oh, it keeps getting rid of the eccentric. I must be doing it wrong. I need to... Yeah, I want to decrease this value. Yeah, there we go. So we'll have that just touching the green zone there. So at some points it's a little further away than the white one's orbit, but it's mainly still closer. So there we go. And I'm going to give this a slight more boost. There we go. Right, looking good. And then if we zoom into it, you can see here, it does have a bit of black on it as well. But yeah, white here is still obviously the primary colour of this object. There we go. I think that actually looks quite cool, like the shiny poles. I think the north and south pole actually look quite good on it. But yeah, there we go. Very, very shiny, as we can see here. Really, really cool looking gas giant. It almost reminds me of like a grayscale black and white gas giant. What it would have looked like if the game was in black and white. That looks quite cool, actually. Not really used it for anything before as well, so we've finally got a use out of this one. So that is looking good. Really nice object right there. Right, anything else I could use? Not any more of the glowing objects. Let's see here. Anything else I could use? Actually, I'll definitely have to go back and use some of the other objects I used in the original system, because if you remember, I did have a giant Tethys in the system here. So where is Tethys? Here it is. So we can go ahead and we'll place a rogue one of those out here as well. So there we go. So yeah, the primary colour on it, I would argue, is still more of a whitish, greyish colour. Actually, second force, no, it does not. Actually, I know, because the texture for this at one point was different. This texture it has right now, it was different when I made this system originally, so that's why it doesn't look right. Anyways, Europa on the other hand, we probably could fit, but actually, where is Enceladus? What does Enceladus look like? If we just flood it with ice as well, here it is. So there it is. But if we do this, will it do anything? Oh no, because it's in one of those micro objects. If we make it bigger, it will just ruin it. Okay, so we can't use that either. But actually, what we could do with Tethys, we can actually include it. We'll place it in again, and then we'll just have to freeze it up with water, and that should hopefully. There we are. Is the crater still visible? Oh, it isn't. Oh, that's a shame. So it's just a. Okay, never mind then. It's always worth a try, but oh well. Right, there we go. So we've got a nice little simple system here. We haven't gone overdose with the planets. We only have a few objects in here. I think they're all quite cool, actually, all unique in their own way. One of the objects is still smoking up, so I'm assuming it is this one. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we'll just give it a slight buff. We'll put it to about 1 Earth in mass. Hopefully that will stop it from... Okay, so... Okay, 9. Okay, so that should be good. Right. Cool. I like the way I've crossed the gas giant's orbits there. So, click play. That will probably warm up in size. What's the size of the other gas giant as well? I don't want any like dominant Jupiter object in here. 25 Earths, that's fine. Okay, so it's a little larger, the further one that's further out, but yeah, it's 25 mass Earths. That's not going to affect the white dwarf or anything. But now, moving on to the white dwarf. Don't need any more objects around the main object. I'm going to try and have a colonized object around here. So if I go ahead and search the white again, I want to use the half-white version, so it's got 0.5 atmosphere thickness on it. We're going to place it in the green zone, and hopefully we can get it to work around the white dwarf, which will be quite cool. So here it is. Right, 38 degrees, okay, that's already looking quite promising. It is receiving light from both stars. It actually looks like it's brighter from where the white dwarf is, but if we remove the atmosphere... Yeah, it is getting more light from the white dwarf, awesome. Right, so there we go, we're going to give it a bit of albedo. Atmosphere, we'll try and have it... Okay, so it's almost 1 ATM, okay, that's fine. Right, looking good. So click play. 20 degrees, 19 degrees. Okay, is it going to stay? 11 degrees, 10. Okay, so it's a little cooler than what Earth is, but as long as it stays in the positive temperatures, it should be fine. So we'll give it a little decrease with the albedo. But 12 degrees, that's fairly comfortable. Right, so now we're going to add the water to it. So let's give it... There we go. Ooh, that's looking quite cool, the white atmosphere and the water underneath it. So there we go. Okay, so we don't want to go overkill with the water, obviously. And it looks like we've got a frozen glitch on it as well, which is always a welcome addition. You know, can't have an episode without the frozen glitch showing up. That would just be funny if we didn't. Alright, anyways, let's continue. So, there we go. Probably best to put a save in anyway, but that's looking quite good. Got the white land added there. Got some nice oceans on it. It actually looks quite cool, the way it's looking there. Look at it in the picture. Liking that. It's looking good. I'm digging that. So, let's give it a gas giant. I want to change that surface texture it's got underneath it. Okay, there we go. Got a little too much water on it to give that a decrease, just so we can see the land. Okay, so alright, let's give it, continue it again. We'll get the, gotta be right. There we go. That one I am liking more, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's looking good. Surface colors are all white. Okay, I forgot this was a thing. These are cool, cool. Quite forgotten about as well, but yeah, there they are. Right, I'm liking that. So it's got the slightly thicker atmosphere than normal, but still you can see the surface at reasonable temperatures. So if we click play, frozen glitch isn't there. Okay, that's looking good, because sometimes if you turn it to a gas giant, you can sort of fix the frozen glitch as well without having to reopen the sim. So we might as well save the simulation anyway, and that is looking good. So we've got an Earth-like world. Let's check the stats on it. What stats have we got on here? So let's see, 88 and 17. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, there we go. 7,000 kilometers. Got a massive 2 Earths. So slightly more super Earth than the regular Earth, but yeah, there we are. Okay, that's looking good. So fairly close to the white dwarf. What does it look like in the night or the day sky? Right, so let's go ahead and land here. Go underneath the clouds. Looks quite cool actually. There we are. Look around. Nice white clouds indeed. Actually, we'll see with the white background. Okay, so that is the white dwarf there. Not giving out much energy, but we are quite close to it. And then the main star is all the way up there. Okay. So the main star, although a lot further away, it's only slightly smaller than the white dwarf is. That just shows how small the white dwarf actually is. But yeah, there we go. So that is looking good. I'm really happy with that actually. So there we are. Now we're going to move a little further away. We'll go with the cloudy or the white 2, because I've got 2 variants of the colour white. This one's got a slight blue sort of glow to it, but still allowed. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to place it a lot further out than the first one. I'm going to put it here. Right, and then if we go to it, you can see the slightly different colour. It's a 2-tone object. It's got a bit of blue on it, although it is white is still the primary colour. So you can see there it is. It's looking a little too blue actually. I think we need to have it around the other stars. This one isn't bright enough actually, so we'll go ahead and I'm going to throw one in around the main star. So there we go. And then I guess we could have a sort of, well, actually we could have it as like a little dwarf planet chilling out here as well, so I'm going to place it there. There we go. Where is it? There we go. Then we'll put it to about, yeah, we'll have it as very low, so we'll have it about 1,245, so it's dwarf planet sort of territory there for size. There we go, very small. Here it is. Still slightly blue or whitish in colour, but I think it's just the way the star is. It's not really too much. I mean, you can see what it's meant to look like in the picture there, but that's definitely, white is definitely the prominent colour there. So there we go. Click play. It's obviously going to freeze up. No surprises there. Water. That's just a bad idea because it's just going to smoke up. So we'll just leave it like that, and that will just chill out. Yeah, just stay chilling there. So there we are. Really not much going on there. It's just a very, very cold, small world. So there we go. We'll give it a bit of eccentric boost as well. Don't want to make it too far away, so we'll give it a little decrease there. So that's also in like the territory of those gas giants. That could get tossed out of the system at some point. But then moving back to here. Right, so we've got our Earth-like world. Oh, that's very shiny. So I forgot very shiny was even here. We're going to move it a little closer to the white dwarf. Have it on a slightly eccentric orbit as well. There we go. So that's chilling out here. Now let's try and maybe put a gas giant in here. Another white one. So we're going to put it there. There we are. Alright, cool. Wait, we're very shiny. The eccentric orbit's disappeared. Oh no, it's because it's further out. Never mind. Stupid me. So move it a little closer then. It's got quite a far out orbit from the white dwarf actually. So there it is. Right, and then where's our gas giant? Let's put labels back on. Okay, so cloudy half white is there. Oh no, the gas giant's closer than the... No, we don't want that. We want the gas giant further away. There we go. And then auto orbit. Looking good. So then I'll give it a slight... yeah, give it a slight incline. An eccentric boost. So there we go. Come on, go a little bigger than that. Come on. There you go. Just a slight tad change there. Then I'll also use the arrow feature. Just do that. Have a slight little variant there. And then with this one, we'll have it like a Uranus object. We'll have it tilted on its side. Face it so the pole is going to face the star like that. So there we go. And then the other pole is sort of facing the main star over there. Okay, cool. So there we go. Okay, so white dwarf It's a white dwarf after all. It shouldn't have too many objects orbiting it. So, yeah, there we go. I really like the very shiny object there. But, yeah, there we go. So, I think I am just about done here. So, we've got a nice little binary going on between the 2 stars. Decent amount of planets orbiting each of them as well. We haven't gone overkill with it because I don't think it's really necessary. It's no point me just placing down the same objects and just customizing them differently. I don't think there's too much we need to do there. So yeah, that is everything. I mean, we can have one final look through the custom objects list, but I'm not really. I don't really think I need to add any more from here because yeah, most of them have got other colors in them, so they won't fit the criteria of being an all-white object hall. So yeah. Not really too much going on here, but we could try Coruscant. This is the Star Wars planet. Let's have it around the main star. We'll place it there. And this one's actually quite cool because it's yeah, here it is. So it has a white atmosphere on it with a very dark black color underneath. And this planet is an all-city world, so it even has city lights in the daytime. Just because I've got 2 stars in here, I'm assuming if I deleted the white dwarf, the lights wouldn't be here. But yeah, like it has in the films, the whole planet is a city, so very industrial, and that's why there's no trees or green or plants. It's all just industrial grey buildings and stuff with city lights. So there we go. Now we just need to work to get the temperature correct. So if we just add a tiny bit of water, we just want a tad. We don't want anything ridiculous. We just want water enabled so we can get the clouds. So we don't need anything else. We just need to try and get this right. It could take a few tries, but yes, definitely. But why you gotta do that? Come on. Okay, nice and slow. There we go. That's what we want. So looking good. So yeah, although it's got quite a dark surface underneath with the very dark. Oh, okay, you can do that as well. That's nice. Right, it got rid of all the water. Oh, that's annoying. But okay, fine. We'll leave it like that. That's fine. Still got the atmosphere on it. So yeah, an all-city world right there. Looking good. I mean, we could increase the temperature. Probably get rid of the city, though. So yeah, I don't want to do that. Obviously, having too much water will just ruin it in general as well. I mean, I could try one more time, but I'm not expecting to... That number just goes down by itself. Look, I'm not even doing anything. Why are you gonna do that? Come on. Increase it. Yeah, it just gets rid of it. Is it the atmosphere? I'm not sure why it's doing that. That's quite annoying, but oh well. I'm not gonna try fixing that because I don't want to be boring you guys by doing that. So we'll leave it like that. So yeah, there we go. And I say I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out. Actually, so I do like doing my binary orbits, but yeah, I think that one looks good. So yeah, there we go. And then let's just get a lineup of all the objects we've added today. So we've got then a bowler here. Looking good there, all white star. Then we've got our gas giants here. So these are both the same size, but this one is rotated. Then we have the glowing 4 with the black north and south poles. And we've got obviously the white across it. We've got the white dwarf here, obviously very small in size. Then we have there's one of our frozen water. That's our Mercury-like world. Then we have very shiny. We've got Wind God, which is actually spinning very fast. Fits the name very well, actually. And then we've got half white over here. So this is our Earth-like world, colonized. Then we have Coruscant, the city light object. Then we have Cloudy No White. That's our Mercury object, I think. And then there we go. We've got half white over here, which is the frozen ice world. As the very last object in here, which is our dwarf planet. So yeah, there we go. Nice lineup of objects, and definitely an improvement over the original version of the white systems. So yeah, really, really good stuff. But yeah, that is everything, guys. So let me know your thoughts down below, and yeah, let me know which color I should remaster next. So obviously, if you haven't seen all the episodes, make sure to check the playlist as well. I've got 2 playlists for this series. The one in order of me making them. I've done a color order one because I saw some people wanted that as well, so I just went ahead and made one. So make sure to check the playlist to see what colors I've done. Also, if you want me to do a color I've not done before, yeah, let me know. But yeah, that is everything. So let's see if we can go for 40 likes on today's video for the updated white colored solar system. And yeah, that is everything, guys. So make sure to subscribe if you're new. Helps on the journey to 10,000 subscribers. Massive thank you for watching today's video and coming back for all of the videos if you do that. And yeah, that's everything. Make sure you all have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.